Hey everybody, this is Michael from Neatline, and today we're looking at Samuel Augustus Mitchell's definitive chart of the American West. Really the quintessential guide for those drawn to the frontier. One of the most influential maps in the history of American expansion, and a map that came to define America's geographical understanding of itself. The map was issued in Philadelphia in 1846, on the eve of the Mexican-American War. As indicated in the title, it covers the frontier territories of Texas, Oregon, and Upper or New California. Now, it's the inclusion of Texas that demonstrates just how up-to-date this chart was, because it was just a few months before that the independent Republic of Texas joined the United States. And one of the reasons why we love this map so much is that the more you study it, the more you realize it provides a window onto a moment of extreme political tension, which within months will deteriorate into all-out war. Here we see the two key rivers involved in the initial spark of conflict. Texas and the United States claimed the boundary with Mexico at the Rio Grande, but Mexico claimed it to be at the Nueces River to the north. You might have noticed that these aren't the current day borders, of course. This is what we call Texas at its fullest extent, basically shooting up past present-day Colorado into Wyoming, and including Santa Fe. Here we have another look at basically the situation after the Mexican-American War. We see the Texas that is shown on our map. We see this large unorganized territory that the United States won from Mexico that basically became the Western States, but in our map is still called Upper or New California. As part of the Compromise of 1850, Texas agreed to its smaller present-day borders, and the West was organized into California as a state, Utah Territory, which became the states of Utah and Nevada, and New Mexico Territory, which of course is now New Mexico and Arizona. And here we have one last look at it on an annotated version of the Mitchell map. We can see Texas with its present-day borders at the Rio Grande, the Sabine, and the Red Rivers. And you have this significant portion of extended land that was, I guess you could say, sold to the United States government. The Texas government had racked up huge debts, and the United States took over this land in exchange for resolution of those debts, giving us the Texas that we know today. The last important aspect of this map that we want to point out, and it kind of sounds funny to say, but this map was a map. At Neatline we deal with all types of maps, data visualizations, historical charts, abstract bird's eye views, humorous pictorial maps, you name it. And they serve a variety of functions, not always the function that we think of most first when we think of maps. And this, on the other hand, Mitchell's map was one of the first commercial large format pocket maps of the regions beyond the Mississippi. And this is a map that people used to plan their route heading out west. It became an indispensable tool for the immigrants, pioneers, prospectors that were heading that way. And in fact, the map is so detailed and important that even though it's published in 1846, it's still in use in 1849 with the California Gold Rush. And I've seen a copy in the library with a handwritten note from one cousin to another. This is around outside the area of Philadelphia, and he gives a gift to his cousin who's heading out to San Francisco, trying to strike it rich in the gold mines, and it says, "Forget me not, take this map with you and always remember me." And before that, one of the famous expeditions that we know drew heavily on Mitchell's map was Mormon leader Brigham Young's Great Western Migration in the winter of 1846. Young writing to his sort of second-hand man, Joseph Stratton, telling him that, "I want you to bring me a half dozen of Mitchell's new map of Texas, Oregon, and California." So to sum up everything we've been looking at, Mitchell's 1846 map really was produced during this rapidly changing and exciting window of American history. It's characterized by new knowledge and shifting borders, and really represents the contemporary state of modernity that was reached in American cartography at that time. We really appreciate you taking the time to check out this video. More videos coming up. Please like and subscribe.